Time presents the return of the cleanup man broadcast November the 21st, 2021. Enjoy.
views expressed on Talk Real Solutions, hosted by Tyrone Thompson at TalkRealSolutions.com, are the views of Tyrone Thompson and do not reflect the views of TalkRealSolutions.com, YouTube, or etc. The content here belongs to Talk Real Solutions and its many contributors. Views and opinions expressed by all contributors belong to them and not TalkRealSolutions.com or Tyrone Thompson, the host, or etc. All data and information provided on the site is for informational purposes only. Talk Real Solutions makes no representations as to accuracy, completeness, correctness, suitability, or validity of any information on this site and will not be liable for any errors, omissions, or delays in this information or any losses, injuries, or damages arising from its display or use. All information is provided on an as-is basis.
Think you can beat it? I know I can beat it. You know it. Very confident. I'm very confident. You say it so easily. Why? Because I believe it. And let me tell you why. What she said it with so much confidence the first time. But you keep on and on. Listen, we can't keep interrupting. I mean, if you want... You got to understand that you're dealing with an image of a 14-year-old child. And this child going to be out there playing with your old ass and me going to be in the grave. When she says something, we done told you what's happened. You deal with a little black kid, and let her be a kid. She'll answer it with a lot of confidence. Leave that alone.
In a world where there's crime, corruption, violence, murder, rape, theft, and all forms of atrocity that plague the world in which we live in today. What you're witnessing, we are living in a state of chaos, and it will take a greater or extreme chaos to restore the order in which the world we live in today. Hello, everybody. What's good? And what's good, black people? Everybody that's catching this. Today's stream, I have to really say something about this, and it's going to go back to something that I've done 2 months ago about this, what we are witnessing right now that's going to be released. When is this going to be released? I believe Christmas, maybe Christmas Day. I'm not sure. Let me go back. But before I give you the title of today's stream, go to TalkRealSolutions.com. There you see a 3-point plan for Black Power, Black Achievement. And on the website and under the plan, you'll see the list of... Wait, hold on. Matter of fact, I'll tell you personally. I just remember I have it right here. Let me pull up TalkRealSolutions.com. Yes, you'll see the latest articles of news also on the website as well, and a small donation on the bottom part of this website. And it does have a list of black-owned banks still and everything. So I'm not really talking. I have the website here and I'm reading it right in front of y'all. So all that information is here. So go to TalkRealSolutions.com and check it out today. And as I'm talking to you, I will be doing a quick sound test. See how I sound. And another thing, if you're not familiar, is that I was taking a week break, but I'm back at it again. And let's look here. I'm looking at some things. I'm back at it again. Oh, hold on, guys. It didn't pop up. Let me fix that. Sorry. I apologize. There's gonna be some feedback. Hold on. I fixed it. So it looks like I can hear well on my side of the fence. Good. Now, on the other side of things, you want to go to the Talk World Solution on Facebook, where you can see all the activity. And if you like the page on the Facebook side of things, you'll be invited to the private chat room on Facebook on Talk World Solutions on Facebook. So check Talk World Solutions on Facebook, and you get invited to the group. A lot of activity, like back and forth, goes around on the DMs on Facebook. So it gets very hilarious. I'd say once it's funny. At times I might participate in the buffoonery in the Facebook side of things, but trust me, you'll like it if you like the page on Facebook. So check it out on Facebook, Talk World Solutions. And also, this is also up on YouTube, Talk World Solutions, same name. As you know, it's trying to build itself back up. And as y'all know, I do shows mostly on the weekend and maybe some on weekdays, depending on my schedule. But nonetheless, when Chaos Rain goes live, it's official. That's all I'm going to say. It's very official. And also, you can subscribe to Chaos Rain channel on YouTube as well. Look me up, follow me. I go by the name Chaos Rain, ChaosReign on YouTube as well. I have right now, if I do the count of many videos I have on my YouTube channel, and let me look for it so I can give you that a count, because this was a period of the last 2.5 years. Let me go back. As you know, on YouTube, I have right now a total of, let me see how many videos I have total right now. I have right now, as a total from what it stands, well, it's not giving me a total of videos. I would say I have like almost roughly 400 to 500 videos on YouTube. So I have content, a lot of content. Just check out the content yourself, and leave a comment on some of the videos I've done. And I want to hear from you personally. So you'll find me on YouTube as well. And also, one thing I forgot to, I'm also on audio podcasting as well. I'm on Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Spotify, Anchor, all that good stuff. So I have a Patreon yet. Not sure if I'm going to establish one. We shall see. Still growing and building as I go along with the content. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Excellent. So now let me do this. Let's get at the subject at hand, shall we? I'm going back. I'm trying to find something. Let me go back. The title for today's stream is titled, wait. I'm looking at this. That does not look right. 1 second, guys. I'm looking at something weird here. One second, guys. I'm going to take a brief commercial. One second. All right, guys. I apologize. We got that fixed now. Yeah, it's some little mishap, but we good. Anyway, the title for today's stream is titled Chaos Ray presents The Return of the Cleanup Man. Are you a cleanup man, people? Or are you a cleanup man for yourself? Now, why I titled this The Return of the Cleanup Man? What has... No, let me scratch it. What I have discovered And I remember I did this. Let me see when I did this video, this stream on this channel. This was months ago. And the last time I can recall, if y'all pay attention to previous shows here on the Chaos Rain channel, talked about this thing about roles of stepdaddies. And lo and behold, they got a movie coming out this Christmas or this December called The Stepdaddy. Now, I'm going to find it and post it here for y'all to go back to one. And I didn't get much attention on this particular video, but I said some things on here. And it needs to be brought back to the attention now. This I done a show on this at least 4 months ago. 5 months ago I did this same stream. And it was titled Stepfather Role is Dead. So now what? And lo and behold, roughly when I came across this a week ago, roughly 4 to 5 months later, Disney is coming out with a movie called Deal with Stepfathers. Now, if people are not familiar with this, I'll post here. Let me post it. And I will probably have to post this on the description or on the end segment of this stream. I'm going to post this. Now, what we find out now today, that Disney decided now, because they see what I call the term of events, that a lot of men in America especially, and we could say black men included as well, that are not willing to play the cleanup role in society in regards to dealing with and handling single mothers. So why now they decided to come out with a movie? And trust me, the movie they came out with is very disrespectful to the average man, especially the black man. Especially. Now we're saying it's like this. You hear certain IG thoughts, like a Brittany Renner, saying it's stepdaddy season, right? Now, all of a sudden, they are catching on to the rhetoric that's being spewed here on social media and on YouTube to a lot of major producers and major corporations like Disney. And they decide, say, that sounds interesting. Maybe we should come out and create a movie focused on a stepdaddy. And you know who's the face of this movie? No other than a black man. Imagine that. Imagine that. Wow. Wow. And I'm going through the internet right now as we speak to find some articles on this. And right now, I'm looking for the internet. Disney is releasing the Stepdad short film to support Make-A-Wish donation by $5 a toy. No, that's not it. No. I'm going down. I'm trying to find articles on this. I'm trying to find some articles. And here's another one. Let me see. This is another one. Okay. It's touching animated TV spot about a stepfather navigating his first festival season with his partner, Chandler. Yeah. I'm just going through to find one article. Yeah, here's one article that's talking about it. Now, mind you, before I read this article, I'm not a man that always recommend or advocate men of any age, except, and there are exceptions to the rule, if you already have children as a man. That if you already have children as a man, then yes, being a stepfather is the second best thing. And it should be, because you're responsible and you have to take care of not only your own children, but someone else's children. But if you're a man that doesn't have no kids, you should not be taking on a role of being what I like to call a stepfather. And I'm looking at this now, and my volume's so good. So, come to find out that they are putting this garbage on the eyes and minds of young black males, especially males that is under the age of 20 and probably over the age of 20 at best, to try to click and bait. And I'm not sure it's trying to shame or trying to antagonize black boys that are going to be black men to be and fulfill the position as stepfathers. And not only being stepfathers, but stepfather or stepdad to other racial groups of single mothers. Not just black mothers, but mostly all ethnic mothers. And the focus on this movie especially is this one black man being a stepfather to other racial children that's not black, which I find that ironic. And before I move forward, look at this garbage right here. I don't know why Mr. J did that. And nobody care about enough about this thing with the thing with the that gone this week, bro. I don't know why he posts this here. I don't know why he posts this here. That should be removed. I don't know why he did that. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, that was very insulting. I got something for that. Yeah, I'm going to do something about that. I can't do nothing about that. Yeah, I'm going to have a talk about that. But anyway, no, I got to do something now because that's unacceptable. 1 second, guys. All right, moving forward, guys. I apologize. I had to do something. Yeah, please, if y'all guys listening in on the chat room, please don't post things like that. Be respectful to the channel. Stepdaddies. It sure is stepdaddy season. And as a man, you should always ask, stepdaddy to whom and stepdaddy to what? That should be what you should be asking. You get me? That should be the question people should be asked. Okay. All right, that's good. So, my question should be asked, and people should ask now, why now? Why now? I think the timing is very much important now because, let's be honest, people, if we want to go there, that there's going to be a large number of women that's single mothers from either side, mostly on our side of the woods, black people especially, that now there's no man right now fulfilling or waiting to step it up to, and I mean to how can you say it? How can I say this? There's not stepping up to raise these children, unfortunately. So right now they got to keep the program going by ensuing. Someone has to do this. Someone has to raise these children, and they decide, says, since black men like to be stepfathers to other racial groups, why not? So make a movie and condition them to accept it. I see somebody raise their hand. Raise your hand again, and I'll pick up your line. Okay. Let's see. Let us take a look here. I'm looking at something right now. let's look at this article. And mind you, I just came back, so I'm trying to get back in the flow of things, you see. Christmas adverts season is here. Disney unveils its touching animated TV spot about a stepfather navigating his first festive season with his partner and children. And it says here, navigating his first Christmas with his stepkids, the Stepdad is a moving sequel to the company's 2020 Christmas ad, Lola, taking center stage in ads and precision storybooks filled with Disney characters. Let's go down. Disney has launched its 2021 Christmas advert telling the heartwarming story of a stepfather navigating his first festival season with a partner and his children. Okay. And as I'm looking, a sequel to the company's 2020 short film Lola, the stepdaddy sees viewers being introduced to a grown-up Nicole, the granddaughter from last year's Touch ads, and her two children, Max and Ella, as new stepfathers. Mike moves into their family home. Taking center stage, the production is a precaution storybook filled with Disney and Pixar characters, which belongs to Max from his birth father, and Mike is eventually able to lift the magic of the tales from the pages as he accepts by the children. The 3-minute ad released today includes an original charity track, Love Runs Deeper, performance by two-time Grammy award-winning American jazz musician Gregory Porter. This year's instrumental formed part of a brand festival retail campaign from our family to your in support of children, charity, Make-A-Wish, and etc. As I'm looking here, something just happened. Hold on, guys. I'll keep going. Also, actually, let me see if anybody raised their hand. Oh, no one raised their hand. Okay. This year's installment forms part of the brand festival retail campaign from our family to yours in support of children, charity, Make-A-Wish, etc. You know, it's funny thing. It looks like this is not actual. It could be an actual campaign ad or some type of short film, possibly. If I'm looking at this now, but let's say if this was an actual, real TV series or film, I wonder how many hits they would get for people to sit there and invest money to watch this. That's my biggest question. Let's keep going. The advert begins to show articles Mike moving out of his tired flat with his belongings, dog, and joining his partner, Nicole, and at their home. Viewers see the family enjoying evening together and meeting Mike's family before witnessing the two youngsters' bedtime routine, in which they sit with their mother while she reads from the special Disney book. As she tells her children the stories, which include a Mickey and Minnie Mouse ice skate, and the 2D characters lift from the pages and magically become anime. Ooh. In the later scenes, Mike starts to read the story of Mona to Ella, with the characters then moving across the page. Then, as they get ready for the festival season, the family of four built a gingerbread house, only for Mike to destroy it by accident. Oh. As the ghost sound continues, the two children run from the kitchen in tears, leading to their stepfather to stay up all night and build a new, extremely well-built one. Mike's hard work is rewarded with big hugs from yours, and now, finally, the stepfather voice also brings the story into Disney's books to life. Disney says the book celebrates how the power of storytelling can deepen family bond and the magic that reads together creates as stories from Disney's and Pixar lift off from the pages, lighting the family shares imagination and wonders. The campaign once again supports Disney's long-standing partner Make-A-Wish, helping the charity to create a life-change wishes for children with critical illness since 1980, early now 43 years. I'm actually 41 years now, sorry. Disney has helped Make-A-Wish grant more than 145,000 life-changing wishes around the world. And there's pictures of the gingerbread. Double Grammy Award-winning Gregory Porter performs a emotive redemption of original tracks Love Run Deeper, penned for the effort, which provides a musical narrative to the film through the eyes of Mike and Lou and any dialogue. Written by LA-based songwriter Park Wild, the track also features T.R.S, a member of Tomorrow's Warriors, an organization committed to increasing diversity and equality across the arts through jazz music. I Love Run Deeper will be available for download from today. For every download before 31 December, the 31st of December 2021, 100% of the proceeds from the retail price will be donated to Make-A-Wish International. So I'm not sure if this is the name of the thing, Love Run Deeper. I think that's musical. But as I take a pause, I find it very interesting that when they talk about stepfathers, I don't remember much movies, regular movies that we watch that push the narrative of being a stepfather on the average. Or even labeling it stepdaddy or stepfather. I think it's the first in this time or in this kind that any movie that uses the word stepfather in regards to who is a stepfather, why this man want to be a stepfather in the cinematic films. And they don't use their own racial ethnic groups like non-black people. They use a black man especially to play the role as the stepfather. In itself, it's kind of an insult to any man that doesn't know the bigger picture of why would they promote and put out such propaganda to the masses. And which masses they're putting it out to. Are they putting it out for everybody, or are they only putting it out for a certain set of men to play his role of being the cleanup man, or lack of better words? And mind you, when I heard about cleanup man, this I heard through the many spaces amongst men, especially from Mr. Raleigh. I think he's the one that did short videos at the time about he don't want to be the cleanup man. And it's not really an honor nowadays being a cleanup man in today's age. We all know people that play stepfathers and cleanup men, that was important back during the 70s and some part of the 80s where the drugs got real problematic in a lot of the communities in America, especially with black people. And, you know, a lot of men were struggling up, probably dead or whatever, that someone has to step in and raise and take part raising these children. So, as I'm looking around right now. Well, let's continue. Let me see where I'm at. Disney will give support of worth more than $2 million to Make-A-Wish International and their network of affiliates around the world. The support made up of financial donations, media values, and gifts to kind will help Make-A-Wish steps that much closer to achieving their vision and grant a wish for every eligible child. We go down. Fans will also be able to purchase a skating Minnie Mouse soft toy and journal inspired by the ad exclusively from Shop Disney. I think it's a new online site. And throughout the advert, eagle-eyed viewers will also be able to spot a number of hidden Disney and Make-A-Wish Easter eggs, including 2 artworks created by children supported by the charity. One of which comes from 13-year-old Dylan, whose picture of a cheetah can be seen on the family fridge. Dylan wishes to be an animator, was fulfilled by Flux Animation Studios, who developed a Avert Creative. Telsa Flipatola, or we call Flipatus, SVP Disney EMEA, said, "We delighted to once again support long-term charity partners, Make-A-Wish, etc., etc., etc." throughout the holidays campaign. Reading together can be a truly magical experience, and our Avert celebrates this age-old tradition and the wonders and imaginations inspired. We hope the story will resonate with anyone who has seen the magic lift off the page of the books through the eyes of a child. So if that's the case, why don't you put one of your own people on this so-called ad? Why are you using a black man? Oh, I see why you do it. Because it's no custom that the black male is a tool. He's useless. He's only served purpose when he serves others, including you. He's to be the cleanup man. When I always hear about that black men are the picking the trash of other groups of men and the trash of dating pool in regards he picks and has very little standards of women, they are not really lying about us, gentlemen. And we got to change that. We need to change that. I think the standards of a lot of young black males that become adult black men, standards are pretty low when it comes to mate selecting. And I don't like to even say that, but that's how I see it. I see someone raise their hand. I'll open this caller. Oh, and for those that want to call in, the call number for tonight's show is 712. Well, my fault. The number has actually changed. The call number is 717-908-1834. I repeat, 717-908-1834. And the access code is 917324#. So the first call open up. Call 1. Oh, open your line. Who's this?
Come on, you know it says chaos reign. What's up?
What's good? Oh, it's you, Greg. Oh, what's good? What's good? How you doing, sir? How you doing? Okay.
Yeah, you're on some good stuff, bro. I love what you're talking about.
Okay. Oh, thank you. What do you have to say in regards to this topic at hand, Greg? In regards to what you've seen being posted out here and promoted for us as men, especially to everybody.
Yeah, I think black men, we need to quit being the garbage men, of the world, taking these women. Mm-hmm. And I think black men need to wake up, leave these, substandard women alone. And it just needs to happen, because if we don't start not wifing up these single mothers, I mean, I understand, like, if you're my age, if you're in your 40s or 50s, I get that, because, but I don't think young men in their 20s ought to be, marrying these single moms, because that's the only way we're going to get women to stop having all these damn kids, out of wedlock, is by us black men stop marrying these women. I mean, we ought to quit dating them, too, to be honest. We ought to just stop dating them. Because no other culture does this shit, man, but us. Well, England, it goes on over there, but, like, the Asians don't do this. China, they don't even acknowledge single mothers over there in China. I don't know if you knew that. And
one thing with China, because they have a very strict policy of a one-child policy, and now I hear now they going to disband from one child. They might have, you can have 2 children now in China, because one of the issues with having only males and very little women Yes, you'll build your economy up. You'll build what's necessary to build your society, your people up by having men do the builders. But the disadvantage and the consequence that these men are not going to have women to procreate with to have families. When you have abundance of males, that means they're going to have to fighting for a small pool of women. You get me?
Yeah.
And that's what Xi Jinping noticed this. So what he does, like any general, or what he has learned throughout human history, because how the world was conquered, they take their undesirables, their abundance of people that are criminals, etc., and send them across the globe to restructure the world in the image of their people, their race, their country where they reside. You get me? So what they're doing is the same thing that was done 400 or 500 years ago. You get me? When you have too many people, you have to send them out across the world and in the auspices of your nation, which is China, and a new form of imperialism, where now you consider build infrastructure for other nations, restructure things, and give not only people a name, but also give them a language where they have to start speaking, because a new group of people building infrastructure, so you're going to be submitting to their will. I might go on and on, but that's how you gotta look at why Asia had the problem they had now, especially China. So what they do is they have ways to fix that. So yeah, but like I said, it's good to a point to maybe build your nation, your economy up. But the disadvantage going that route, you have abundance of a certain group of sex that can't procreate. So.
Well, how do we fix our problem? I'm curious, man. I mean, you get any ideas or what? I'm curious.
Fixing the problem if there's too much of abundance of a certain set of sex.
Well, we have abundance of single mothers. How do we fix that? I'm curious. You know.
To be honest with you, you can't, because if the single mother rate is more than half. The only thing you can do is do two things. Either those women are serious and they want a man, husband, they're going to have to be under the rulership and leadership of a man. Which 9 times out of time, let's be honest, Greg, in America, this is more designed in the caters of women. You get me? Yeah. The government gives them everything without really an assistance of an actual man being present, if we want to go there.
Yes, sir. So, hey, I got a question.
Ask your question, and I'm opening the lines, because I see 2 more people raise their hand up. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask a question about it. No, go ahead, man. I forgot my question.
All right. Stay right there. Let me see who else is here. All right. Caller, open line. Who's this?
What's going on, Gary?
Oh, what's good, JMYC?
All right.
What do you have in regards to this topic at hand?
So I didn't understand what Gary was saying. Greg was saying, right, in regards to, we got to stop doing this, stop marrying. So what happens? What are you going to do if you're not marrying women? You're not producing children. That's number one. Number two, when you said I see the title, right, with the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every culture has its own differences and kind of own traditions. But you see that people have changed, whether it be generations, right, that want to change the old traditional way of things. And I think that's happening throughout a lot of different cultures around the world, not only the United States. The United States is very unique in its own place because of I would say the multiple, this is the most diverse country in the world, if you want to say. So you have it's a melting pot. But I'm trying to figure out, okay, so if you're not producing, you're not trying to deal with any women, or you're trying to throw away what you consider the women that are not, are garbage or working or not. I mean, there has to be something for them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if you want to say, if that's what's the case, or the claim, whether specifically to Greg, that these women are damaged, then, there's a lot of damaged women that, get help and they're able to function, in this world. Single mothers are already, they have the baby there. It's already there. So you have to figure out how you're going to work that circuit. There are men that are willing to take care of those children, and there are men that are not willing to take care of the children. So I think that you got to find something in between, somewhere along the line that fits your situation, vice versa. Not make it, I'm going to say, because there's always going to be inconvenience, but don't inconvenience yourself too much, vice versa, in a sense of whether it's the woman or the man. You don't want to get in a relationship that makes you more uncomfortable than comfortable, or now you get in a relationship that you feel that you have to deal with baggage, then that's not for you. I think that there's a place for everybody, and there's always somebody for somebody. Even those that are damaged mentally and got some, toxic ways of being, some might be able to be fixed, some might not. But there's a place for everybody. And worst comes to worst, then stay by yourself. But I think that for the most part, most things are salvageable. I think that, we got to give more credit to women, with all the shit that they be enduring. Yes, men do go through stuff, but women go through a different type of thing. And, again, there's some, whether it be men too, women got to deal with men that, have problems and they can deal with it or not deal with it, or it might be too much for them. So I don't want to deal with all that shit. So I think it's to each his own. Everybody has their own choice, and destiny. But, as far as garbage is concerned, I think, it's more or less when it's pretty much over. You done tried every option, and, it's nothing there. But I think even, again, for the damaged, there's something there for everyone. You just got to seek it and find it. And that's it.
Okay. One thing, Jay, because you said there's someone for everybody, right?
Yes, there is.
Do you feel as a man, I want to get your opinion, honest opinion, a man that doesn't have kids, let's say there's abundance of men out there that have no kids, and he's dealing, let's say, a bunch of women that has, let's say, one child, not two. You think it's suitable for this set man to go pursue this set woman with kid and make something out of it, from your opinion?
I mean, it all depends where that man is at, mentally and also financially. Can he take care of these kids? Is his mental capacity tolerable? Is he willing to deal with that? That's the most important thing. That and again, the woman also has to accept, or tell this man, you're gonna accept me, you're gonna accept my children, and this is what comes with it. So I would say that it all depends on the circumstances. Where is the man at mentally and financially? All that shit counts. Is he willing to deal with that? I mean, because for you to ask me or anybody or even yourself, well, is it worth it? Maybe it might not be worth it for you and me. Maybe it's not something that you see for yourself. Well, I wouldn't do it. Maybe that one man might do it. There's somebody out there, like I said, going back to, there's somebody for everybody. It has to make sense for you. If it makes you happy and it makes sense, because sometimes happiness is not always making sense. It might be happiness for the moment. But if it makes sense to you and you can live with it and deal with it, hey, by all means necessary,
Okay.
Well,
all right.
Hey, I was going to make a comment. Can I make a comment?
Go ahead.
Hey, look, man, I understand there are going to be single mothers out here, but here's where I'm at. I think that it's too high. It's like, I think 73% of our kids are born out of wedlock, and over 80% are living with a mother. I think the rest are living with a father or grandparents or whatever. And I just want to get the number down a little bit. I think 80%, I think a 73% out of wedlock rate is too high. I mean, because we have young men, like I say a 25, 27-year-old that wants to get married, have a family. I mean, he doesn't have anything to pick from. I mean, he doesn't want to get into this Brady Bunch shit, where women has 3 or 4 kids or 2 kids, and he's 20, he's 30. That's not fair. I'm older, right? It's okay for a guy 40 and 50 to date a woman with kids, because that's just the way it is. But I don't think it's fair for a 25, 27-year-old black man to be dealing with single mothers at that age. It's just not fair. And it also, that respect issue, too. I mean, if you come into this ready-made family, you're probably going to have respect problems with the kids. And I just think it's not fair for the kids. It's not fair for the young men. And there are ways to reduce this single mother rate. Us black men, we have to quit marrying these women. We have to quit dating these women. We have to leave them alone. They should be for recreational use only, and not for wife. I mean, we should.
But what generation are you
hold
talking
on. Come on, man. You talk. I didn't say shit when you talk. So hold on. What I'm trying to say is that the marriage for a woman should be reserved for the virtuous woman. It shouldn't be, it shouldn't be bestowed upon these single mothers. Only for virtuous women should get the ring. I'm sorry. That's what I think, man. I mean, we have to get this number down.
What generation are you talking about?
I'm talking about this generation right now.
This generation ain't having babies like that. What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. Like, it all depends what period that you're talking about. Now, if you're talking about people a little bit.
Man, it doesn't matter. Because, look, man.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? If it's lowering, if you see that the young kids are not having more kids like the way we did in our age, man.
They're having less, but it's still high.
All right, then, so what are you talking about?
Hold on, man. When I go to the mall or wherever, or I'm at the shopping center, I see nothing but black women out here with strollers, not a man in sight. I'm tired of this shit.
How do you know that they're not working or doing something else?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You're saying that you're seeing all these women, single women in the mall. Are you speaking to each and every one of them that say, "Oh, is the father home?" You don't know. They're going out shopping. Most women, when they go to the mall, they don't go out with their men.
I don't see a ring on her finger, so I gotta
Don't assume because she don't got a ring that she's not married.
Most married women have a ring, dude.
Yeah, that's typical American or just shit like that. But don't sleep. Don't sleep. And that doesn't mean that they're doing it purposely. Maybe they don't wear a ring.
Jay, I already know your agenda. My agenda is different. I want to save the black race. What do you mean with your
agenda? You don't know what agenda or anything. What are you talking about? Like I said, what I'm trying to say is that this young generation is not on the same shit that we were on, or a little bit younger. Like right now, they're on a different path.
They're wising up. They're wising up. They aren't.
So what are you saying then? So what are you telling them?
Still women. We don't. Look, we don't have families the way we used to. Okay, I grew up in the '70s. We had families, we had uncles, aunts, we had cousins. We don't have that shit no more.
You have families to this day, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You're watching too much TV, bro.
I'm talking about what my eyes tell me. I'm talking about nuclear family.
Bro, I be in the hood and there's families walking around in the hood. Well,
the numbers aren't
black women, black men. Kids.
Look, where I live. I actually live around a bunch of Asian people. They have families.
There you go.
Won't you let me finish, man? What is wrong with you? Let me talk. Shut the fuck up when I talk.
Don't eat some Chinese food right now.
Where I live, man, I live, it's a bunch of Asians and Pakistanis, whatever. They have families, intact families, man. They got uncles, they got aunts. I watch them. They got grandparents, man. It's intact families, and we need to get back to that shit.
Are they from America?
Now, hold on, man. Goddamn, hold your nuts. What we're doing right now is not working. We need to stop what we're doing. It's not working. We can't go up against patriarchy with single mothers. It's not a winnable solution.
What are you talking about?
Man, I'm done with you, dude. I'm just done with you.
We seeing two different visions. Like I would like maybe Gary could bring in more people so they could give their perspective, because I'm not seeing you're putting this as you're generalizing everything like, oh, I see too much of this, but you're in a Pakistani Asian community. What are you talking about? So you're saying you seeing this? No, you're seeing a lot of families in your neighborhood, and then you're equating that and say, well, in the ghetto there's none of that. You're not in the ghetto. You're not in other black communities. Check those communities and see that there's families, whether in the hood to Hollywood.
I go in the black community. I have friends in the black community, dude. I talk to people. Hold on. This is the problem that's been going on since the '60s, early '60s, all the way to now. It's been progressively getting worse, and it's a problem. Everyone knows this. You can talk to a white person or a Chinese, and actually, what's the problem in the black community? They're going to say the same thing I'm saying. No family. We don't have family structure. Everyone knows this problem except our stupid black asses. Every other race knows we have this problem, But what we do is we pull the blanket over our eyes, and we don't want to see the shit, man. But everybody else sees our problems, man, and it's becoming a serious problem. These kids are unruly. They don't have fathers to correct their asses, man. And it's a problem. I hear kids cussing. We never cussed in front of adults when I was a kid.
Oh,
Ever.
come on with that shit.
Rarely.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious. We didn't cuss in front. Man, we did our.
Listen.
We didn't get out of pocket in front of adults, dude. That wasn't done back then.
All right.
So you got your
fellas.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me see if anybody else raised their hand. Open on the line. Next caller. All right.
Hello, gentlemen. This is Gigi.
Oh, hello, Gigi.
How you doing?
I'm not sure how often you listen into the early parts of this stream, but are you familiar with the title or anything you want to add on or any comments or questions, Gigi?
Yeah. Yes. The comment, I have two comments. The first comment, there are there are men on this line on T.R.S. who are either stepfathers or they had stepfathers, and I'm just hoping that they call in and explain what that experience is like. And, sometimes if you step into a lady's life, I think the problems arise when you do it too fast. You introduce a man too fast to your children, and when you don't listen, because I've seen situations with loved ones where the mother just told her children, this is going to be my husband, deal with it, stuff like that. So they don't give the children time to get to know the person. They might have actually liked the man, but the way that he was presented was not cool. And to have like a little probation period, to get to know each other before they make that final decision. Also, that's the first thing. And the second one is, when, in my not so humble opinion, sometimes when people are raised in a two-family home, and they're going through puberty and, young teenagers, one minute they may hate their father, the next month they hate their mother, the next week they do this, that. And it's like sometimes they want to make somebody the bad guy for whatever reason that's going on in the house or in their own minds. So I think that a lot of men who think that they're normal and that they're mentors lived in a home where they really didn't like their father, but because they couldn't really tackle their father, couldn't really, challenge their father because they didn't like the way that he treated their mother, they'll make the mother the bad guy because they need somebody to be the good guy, somebody to be the bad guy, and then that permeates through their life, and they end up projecting all of this negative stuff onto their own women. I'm done.
Okay. Maybe there are some people out here that might be playing stepfathers right now. That's part of it. Maybe. I never asked the question because some of them, if I ask the question, some of them might. Hello?
And they had stepfathers, too. I'm done.
They had stepfathers. Okay.
They had stepfathers. I'm done.
Okay. Let me see who else. Somebody else raised their hand. Thank you, Gigi. All right. I open the line. Who's this?
It's me.
Joshua?
No.
Okay. Who?
Big J.
Okay. What do you have on to this subject matter or topic? Any comments, questions, etc.? Big J?
I got something to say. I think people need to stop worrying about seeing single mothers. If you over a certain age, you shouldn't even be complaining about it. Now, I heard somebody call and talk about don't date these single mothers. Dude, if you over the age of 35, get over it. You're not going to find a woman. It's going to be the chances of finding a woman without kids is going to be slim.
I think I said that, man. I did. What about sexual abuse? When you bring these men into these homes, a lot of kids are being sexually abused by all these strange men. It doesn't really happen with intact fathers in a home. or mothers, but it happens with these damn stepdads fucking around with these kids. Now that's a problem too. No one wants to talk about.
I have a problem. I have a problem. Y'all the same people that talks about the bastards of these single mothers, right? But then though y'all say don't date these women, but then though y'all say y'all want intact families. Y'all gotta start make up your minds up. Do y'all want men to marry some of these women? So like these single the sons and daughters of these single mamas won't be out on the street selling drugs, the same stereotypical arguments that y'all always make. I mean, what do y'all want?
What I want, I don't want young men, say 20s, early 30s, to be marrying single mothers. It's okay if
right,
you're older.
and I agree with you. I agree with you.
If you're in your 40s and 50s, it's okay. I understand. But I
okay,
think
but like my problem is in this so-called space of YouTube, I call it the chitlin circuit of YouTube and social media.
Yeah.
People who are in their 40s have no 40s or 50s should have no, and even over the age of 35, you got no business complaining and whining about seeing single mothers. Got no business whining about it anymore. No,
it does, because let me tell you why. I'm going to have grandkids one day. My son's in his 20s, and I consider myself a leader of the black race, one of them, and I have a right to have my input about the future of the black race. I can't just sit back and drink a beer and say, well, fuck it. No, hold on, man. Hold on. I'll be done. I'm going to have grandkids, dude. I have to give them a world to live in, a black America that's functional. You're kind of short-sighted, man, in the way you're thinking.
Big J short-sighted. He said short-sighted.
You actually think because I'm older, I don't have a viewpoint in the black community. I didn't say that.
I said those style complaining. That's all I said.
It's not complaining, dude. I'm trying to
find
solutions.
If that's all you talk about, therefore you are whining, complaining, or having a sexual problem.
I'm trying to listen. I have a son. If his room is not cleaned up, it's dirty, which most of the time it is, and he has drawers on the floor, and I tell him, son, you need to pick your underwear up and do this, and you need to keep it clean and put your clothes away. That's not complaining. It's called course correction. It's constructive criticism, which is what I'm doing. It's not bitching and whining. I want to change what's going on. That's what a lot of you youngsters
want to change what's going on. Listen to what Greg just said, y'all. He said he wants to change what's going on. Then how come coming on Talk Real Solutions saying the same thing over and over, how is that changing the world?
Well, first we got to talk, and then I'll tell you why, man, because...
First we got to talk, but we have been talking for, 7 years now?
A lot of young brothers, I'm not considering you young, I don't know your age, but you guys simply do not want to talk about changing things. You like things the way they are, and I don't. You like the way things are in the black community. I don't like the way things are.
What's that supposed to be? I like things. Tell me what I like. I like things the way they are.
Well, don't you want to improve things a little bit?
No. Answer my question. What do I want to improve? That I don't want to improve.
Change. You don't want change. To me, man. Look.
No. Answer the question. Stop running.
What?
Stop running. You said I don't want things to change. Tell me what I don't want to change.
Status quo. You like things the way they are. You think everything's fine.
What is the status quo then? What is the status quo?
Hold on. I was saying, before y'all guys continue, hold on.
What?
I see no caller on open line in a few minutes. Greg,
yes, sir.
As you mentioned about the status quo, that could be defined a little deeper. So if you could elaborate, it would be appreciated if you can.
I'll tell you what. Next time you're in an inner city, Baltimore or North Philly, or D.C., just drive through Memphis, New Orleans, Detroit, Gary, Indiana. Just drive through there, okay? Park your car, go get your chicken dinner, 2-piece, And look around, okay? That's the status quo.
And guess what, Greg?
Yes,
I can go to Prince George. I go to DeSoto.
You can go to Montgomery, Montgomery County.
No, those are black. Those are black cities too. What are you talking about? See what I'm saying? So tell me what the status quo is.
Well,
because like you always put the emphasis on black when I can go through I can drive 3 hours and look at DeSoto.
Yeah.
I can take a flight and go to Prince George.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Look, man.
What is black? What is
it? Okay, I'm going to give you a whole synopsis of things. I want us to move forward. I think we're stagnant right now as a race. We aren't operating on all
the world is stagnant. What are you talking about? The entire world is stagnant.
We're stagnant as a race. We're stagnant right now. And what are you black or what? I mean, what don't you?
I'm asking you. Are you black? No. You always talk about black people all the time. I'm black.
I do.
But I'm not race obsessive.
Huh?
I'm not race obsessive like community college folks are.
Yeah, look, I have walked through white parts of town, and I've gone through black parts of town. It looks different to me, okay? When I'm not talking about West Virginia, I'm talking about like D.C. You can walk in the black part and the white part. Obviously it's different. Just like NYC, you can go in the South Bronx, and you can go to the Village or somewhere or Park Avenue. It just looks different, and I want it to look different. Maybe your eyes.
Yeah, but if you really want to change, then therefore though, education and economics, the two E's, economics and education that most of y'all don't want to talk about. Y'all always want to worry about what's on a woman's dress and what's between her legs, trying to police that rather than being concerned why your son or your daughter is not being learned anything.
Okay, well I got a question, man. I mean, listen, you heard of the Victorian era, right? You know, in Europe and England, they policed women back then. They told them you couldn't wear your dress above your knees, you couldn't show any cleavage, stuff like that. Women have always been policed, man. They're policed in India. They're policed in Pakistan.
First of all, we live in an equal society. I believe that we should be more equal society. I think that we should have a society that's based upon a more egalitarian society rather than a patriarchal society. Just saying.
Well, we need to police women.
Great.
I'm sorry.
Pause a second.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. Pause a second. Well, I hear they talk about this guy Knox being the guy next, but that's another story. Let me open the next line. Caller, who's this?
Yeah, NYC again.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that just real quick that Greg is living in a different world. Like he's living in this old times type of mindset. You know, where women should be here in their place. Look at it. He said women were controlled in this in Europe. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about now, bro. You know,
I know.
We human beings, we mature, we evolve, and I guess man has realized, you know, or acknowledged that he's not above the woman.
Well,
you know?
Look, I got a question. I mean, don't we police ourselves? We have police to police the general public.
You got the police, bro.
Yeah, and why are they there? To police the populace. That's why they're there, to police the general public. Everyone,
you got police policing women and how they take care of their children and all that. I mean, like, I'm serious.
You have CPS.
You got child care, but I'm just saying. You're saying that because a woman is single, or she don't have the father there, that she's got to do this way and all this other shit. Ain't nobody dictate. She got to do what she got to do.
Well, hear me out, man. Look, I understand women can do what they want, but I'm saying men, we don't have to be a party to it. We don't have to marry these single mothers. We can not marry them, you know. And that's
but somebody contributed to giving a baby. So what about that guy? He didn't marry her.
Well, you know what? Hold on, man. You brought up a good point. That's going to force women to make better choices on who they breed with. And that's what's going to happen if men stop marrying single mothers.
How? If they don't know what's going on prior.
Look, right now.
You can have a job and everything and a good career and everything and educated, and guess what? You could be a different person.
Why are you fighting me on this, bro? I don't understand why you're fighting me on this. I'm making common sense arguments, and you're fighting me. I'm not sure why.
It's not based upon common sense. It's not. See, the point is, Jay, NYC. No, I'm sorry, Jay. Greg, I'm talking about. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Jay, NYC. The problem is, you want the world to go back to 1945. The world changed after 1945. It's not going to come back. We are in a different trajectory now. We're in a different trajectory now. Women not going to stay at home.
Here's my
technology, the washing machine, the refrigerator liberated women from household stores. So it makes her more able to go to work.
Here's what my father told me.
A lot of y'all can't, and a lot of y'all are still stuck on a certain mindset. Now, I used to have the same mindset you had, Greg, when I first came on T.R.S. I used to have the same mindset as you, but guess what? I evolved, and I see. Listen, and a lot of y'all don't see women as human beings. Almost, y'all see women as appendages.
I don't.
Not as a. No, you don't.
Look, hold on. Let me. Look, man. Here's what my dad told me. He said the future is a blank piece of paper. We can make our own future in Black America. We don't have to. We can make it the way we want to make it. And I do think Black women, need to be policed a bit. I'm not a.
Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it?
They used to be policed back in the 70s, man. They were policed, yeah.
No. We're talking about now. Are you going to do it now?
Yeah, I will police my damn nieces. Shit, I don't give a fuck.
What?
I policed them in Vegas. They were out of pocket. I told their asses what was up, and they shut the fuck up. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a daughter. I have sons. But if I had a daughter, hell yeah, I'd police her. My father policed my sisters. My father he got his hands in anything he didn't like. If she didn't wear too much makeup.
Hold on. I want you to notice something. You're talking about the family.
Look how you turned out.
Jay, hold on. You sit there talking about your family, but every time I hear you want to police everybody else. That's your family. You want to police. You want to police everybody else. Everybody else. There's a problem. You try to solve. Hold on. You try to solve a societal issue with your individual issue.
Look, the point. Here's what I want. Look, here's what I want. I want us to.
It's like this. Rules. It's like this. I'm gonna use it as a good example. Like how people talk about, man. The schools are bad. The schools are bad. Public education sucks. You know what? I have a solution. What? I'm going to homeschool my kids. Wait a minute. Okay, you're solving your problem. You ain't solving the problem.
Yeah.
You solving your problem. You ain't solving the problem.
Yeah. Look, listen up, man.
You see how that works?
Listen up. Let's have some rules of self-discipline for Black men and Black women and Black children. We need to have some discipline and some control, self-control. We don't have that right now. We're doing whatever we want to do, and we need some.
Really?
Yeah,
we don't have no self-control. Do you realize though we don't have children? There's less the childbirth has been dropping in the Western society, especially in Black society.
Man, you're going on some other. You're going some other subject matter. I'm saying
not. You said all these women is open up their legs up and Tom, Dick, and Harry having children with them. When in fact, when you actually read some of these studies in sport, a lot of women are not having children as often as they used to 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Well, I was talking about building families, man. Let's talk about building families.
But how can you build a family? And Chopper, I chase any woman. So what are you talking about in that chat room? I say any woman, long as she's a woman.
Right.
Long as she's born a woman, I don't give a flying fuck.
Well, to me, a family is man, woman, child. That's how I define a family. You don't. You define it.
No. That's how you define a family.
I do.
You define a family by the Victorian Industrial Revolution family. Back then, if you go 200 years ago, a family was a man, a woman, and grandparents and aunts and uncles living in one place.
Well, right now, a family's big mama, Annie, and no man. That's not a family to me. That's some bullshit.
No, you don't get to the term what is a family.
Why not? According to the First Amendment.
Because you're not everybody. You don't know everybody's situation. That's why.
Do you know what the First Amendment is? The Constitution.
I know the First Amendment.
You know what? Hold on. I just thought of something. Maybe Gary, you might want to emphasize on this about the whole thing with big brothers, with people in the community that sees those issues or what considered an issue, and they actually go out and they physically go and do work. So they go and help. They're joining, organizations where, again, if there's a single mother that's either having problems with her child or wants her child in different programs to keep them out of trouble and keep them busy, him or her, they have different programs for that, and people are actually that see the process. There's a lot of single mothers out there, and don't look at them as the enemy or don't look at them as, their fault. Whatever the circumstances is, they go there and they contribute.
Do you like the way things are? Look, let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys like the way things are?
I can't be in everybody's
hello.
life, bro.
Guys. I'm going to open one more last line.
Okay.
But you about to say something, Greg? Say it quickly before opening this line.
Well, I'd like to know, do you guys like the way things are? Black America, are you satisfied with the direction of us? Are you guys satisfied? I'm curious. I'm not.
Is that a question?
That's a question. It's a rhetorical question.
Greg, stop. Stop. All right. So the question you're asking to me and other men that's on this call line, are we satisfied with the direction Black America is going?
Yes.
Are we satisfied? All right. First question. All right. Jay, answer that question. Then you, Big J, and I'm on this line.
JYC, go ahead and talk, JYC.
He's not going to answer that.
So I'm not satisfied, but there's multiple reasons and there's certain things. I'm not going to put it in one box and say it's because of this. It's multiple things, and I'm not going to blame the black woman for certain things that maybe she had no power over. Now, is there women at fault in certain situations, and there's two parties that have their issues? Yeah, we have people that have whether it be mental issues or past relationship problems. They're dealing with a lot of stuff, pressure. So, when we talk about I'm not, comfortable with what's going on, the point is also, well, why I'm not comfortable and why are those things happening? And then that's when you got to break down and be logical and say, oh, okay, yeah, I might not like this, but this is why this is. Now, can this be fixed? Okay, so how do we fix this? And then try to, you got to kind of attack all these issues one by one and multitasking. But what I'm saying is at the end of the day is that there's multiple things going on. You can't box everything up in one, different reasons for different things and why they occur. That's all.
All right, Jay. I'm sorry, Big J.
You can put it like this. Yeah, I have to agree with NYC. No. How can anybody be satisfied when you have, prison industrial complex, the military industrial complex? How can somebody be satisfied? I mean, it's a question that's really insulting my intelligence. You insulting my intelligence by even asking that question. No, it is. You actually insulting my intelligence with that answer, because prison industrial complex, military industrial complex, school, the prison pipeline. But hey, but you thinking I'm supposed to be satisfied? No, you want to control other people. That's your problem. Me, on the other hand, I want people to actually understand what the problem is. You think a woman keeping her legs closed is going to solve your personal issues? See, a lot of y'all are thirsty. It's just like you, Greg. Let's talk about your time when you was serving in the United States military in Europe. Remember all the stories of the prostitutes you was slaying? Well then, you can't sit there and talk about solving the black community when you yourself was out there slaying dick to all them prostitutes in Germany and Britain. No. See, a lot of you so-called manicured Negroes, y'all a bunch of hypocrites. Y'all want to have your cake and eat it too.
No, I'm not a hypocrite.
No, it's true. I'm done.
You didn't answer the question at all, dude.
I did. I did.
All right.
See?
All right.
I said that I am not satisfied because we got the industrial. We got a prison industrial complex, the military industrial complex. That's why I'm not satisfied. Thank you.
Next caller. Caller, open line. Who's this?
Oh, no, that's just Gigi. I'm just listening.
All right. Let me see what time it is, man, because I'm not going to do this long.
Can you stop muting, please?
Hold on, Gigi. Hold on. Let me check something.
It's 8:11.
No. Chill. Let me look at something. You know, I've noticed they did remove the dislikes, but it is what it is. Okay, I think that's all that's on my mind. I hope the question was asked, Greg. I'm not sure if you want to answer that question.
Hey, why don't you have Gigi answer that question?
Hold on. I don't know if Gigi got the notion of the question. Do you want to hear the question, Gigi, and see if you want to tackle this question by Greg?
Sure. What was the question again?
Are you satisfied
with
the direction of the black community? Are you satisfied with it?
You know what? I was not for a little while, but what I did was I changed my perspective, and I stopped being so judgmental. And once I did that, I became more optimistic and more satisfied. I'm done.
You're satisfied with the direction of the black community? Are you telling me? You're satisfied with it?
Yeah. As long as they're still breathing, as long as they're still making babies, we're going to make it.
You're satisfied? You're saying yes?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Go back to Chaos Rain.
Thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Gigi.
Back to Chaos Rain. You going to answer it too? I'm curious.
To be honest with you, I can never be satisfied as a man because as a race and as black men personally, we have not reached that greater promised land.
I agree.
From my eyes yet. There are many more things to be done before we reach to prominence, to be what I like to consider satisfied. Today, us as a people, we're too complacent. We are too comfortable in this first world nation.
That's right.
This Western nation. There's no way in hell we should be even and satisfied with what we're doing and what we have right now in front of us. We need to be in a more better position. We need power at the end of the day if I want to really go there. And having these conversations is cool, great, but there's much more we need. And no black man or black woman, especially black men, should feel comfortable at this juncture in their existence. You get me? If we want to go there. And every black man will agree with me with this. Now, how we could really structure and repair this, because there's no fixing anything we want to repair and probably build something different or new, that is something that has to be left under to those who have the minds and capacities and the will and the fierceness in them and is not afraid of anything to do what's necessary at the end of the day. If I gave the answer now, to me, in my opinion, I think it'd be too easy. Like any intelligent being, 'cause we are intelligent men.
Well, I want
we
the
have
answer,
built
man.
and done many things. Something
Give me
like
the
this, we
answer.
can overcome. The only way why we're not overcome because we're too complacent, we're too comfortable.
Yeah.
I can't say we're lazy because lazy is not understanding that that's the problem with the black man today, is he's too comfortable. There are many things we know we're supposed to be doing, but we refuse to do it. And just hell, Greg,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you personally, when I listen to other black men through social media and YouTube that created what they call mass fear or whatever you want to call this shit, it's too much dysfunction. In lack of better words. You get me? Too much dysfunction. So even that alone is not good in the way when another black man is going to argue with other black men over direction of how they other black men should be moving and doing with their content. And we can't get into that. I'm not going into the details of that. So there's a lot more work to be done. And I'm going to just leave it on that. You understand?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. All right, Greg, I guess there's nothing else, Thank you for calling. All right. So let me wrap this up. And I'd like to thank all the callers that called in. I appreciate it. That was real good. In regards to the return of the cleanup man, we got a lot of work to do, brothers. I think move forward now because there are certain content creators that's getting the attention. And a lot of black men has been using the content throughout the internet to put out content of his image rather in a positive or some goofy way. There are many works to be done to really correct this. Because I'll be honest with y'all people, to find that they will use the image of the black man to pose as a stepfather for other racial groups of women and their children is an understatement and is problematic to me in the long term of what we should be already doing already as men. We're going to have to get control of this image. And we all know what to do to get control of the image. We have the talent, we have the funnies, the wherewithal, the skill, and we have the internet and certain platforms that could help push the redirect the image of black men today in the 21st century. The only thing that's stopping now is how much a black man is going to support it and really push his own content so it spread like wildfire. I think one of the issues we have for a lot of black men that does content like this, like I do content, is that you guys willing to support with your resource, with your dollar bills. And I'm going to say this just to get off the subject a little bit, that I've noticed it's easy for women to come around amongst men in a lot of spaces or a lot of sectors of YouTube to make and get a quick money or money bag from a lot of males that watch his content. And I've seen it and it's a little easier, but here's the danger of this, fellas. You don't know who you're supporting your image. And the male content creators that's doing content for the best interest of men, especially black men, and they're barely getting any money, that's telling where your energy is at as a man. And I'm going to tell you personally, if you want the image of black men to change, you're going to have to support black media and black male media outlets that's out there. This is a no-brainer. This is not something you can keep playing around with, move forward. Because they're going to try really back into this servitude of where your place should be as a man, black man in the West. A first world nation we call America. I'm telling you right now, that's not looking pretty. So my warning to any man move forward, that the image they put out you as a black man, whether you're a gangster or even a stepdaddy, a.k.a. clean man to other single mothers, that's not even black, that's a warning signal. That's a red flag. And I want every man to pay attention and start knowing that we're going to have to do something different to change that. Because the most insult another man could do is portray your image to what you should be and who you are. And no man should have that power. And I think most black men have the capability to really change that. And we're going to. And we need to. There's no if and but about that. So that's all I'm going to say. So, this is a good one, short one, not a lengthy stream. But like always, a stream and a subject nonetheless that has to be talked about. If you're to Chaos Rain channel, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7. Also, add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. And you can listen to most of my streams on all podcast media outlets, Apple, Spotify, Breaker, Google Play, all that good stuff. I'm on podcasts as well. And that is it. Thank you again for listening, and be on the lookout for the next stream. Until next time, take care, and good night. Thank you for listening to another wonderful broadcast. And like always, comment, subscribe, and like this video. You can now follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7 and add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. Thank you for listening. Until next time, let the chaos reign.